Make sure you don't start building out your course until you've done this one thing first, okay? I'm going to talk about what that is in this video right now. My name is Steve Dansby. I'm a brand growth specialist. I work with businesses to build and explode their traffic on a recurring basis. My partner here is Richard Collier. He is an audience behavioral specialist online, and I'm going to let him actually go into detail on why you need to do this.
Hey, thanks, Steve. I really appreciate it. That was an excellent introduction. We're going to go into these three things that you need to do before you start building out your course. But before we do that, I want to tell you why you should do this and take this video very seriously. A lot of entrepreneurs are building out these excellent courses, and these courses aren't selling, and people don't know why they're not selling. And ultimately, what it leads to is credit card debt, a big feeling of feeling like a failure because your course didn't sell. Well, it's really not your fault that your course didn't sell if you didn't do these three key points first. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into this. The first thing is who is this course for? Excuse me. The second one is speaking your audience language. The third one is spend more time building your audience opposed to building your course. Now, let me touch on these topics really briefly. Now, who is the course for is basically just saying you want to have an idea of who you want to work with before you start building out your course. If you don't do this part, this is where all the headaches and frustration come from, and you won't be able to sell the course as effectively as you could have. Now, let's say, for instance, if you are selling your course and you did not do this part first, I can almost guarantee you're working with people that you did not choose to work with. You're working with people that you may not find as your ideal client. So it's very important to find out who this course is for. Secondly, you want to speak your audience's language. And this is very simple. If you're somebody that's married or somebody that's single, those two individuals will have different goals. Now, as a married person, I'm thinking more about sending my daughter to college, paying off my home, staying out of debt, not spending so much saving for retirement. When I was 20 years old and single, I was thinking more of partying, Lamborghinis and jets and things of that nature. So depending on who you selected as who this course is for, learn that language if you don't already speak it, if that's the target audience that you want to work with. Lastly, I'm going to advise you to spend more time building your audience versus spending time working on your course, because simply you already know what it is that you're going to teach. What you don't know is the randomness of the audience, and it doesn't have to be random when you put a filter on your advertisement. And we talk a lot about filters in our courses with our clients that we work with. But for just to get started, what I want you to go do is I want you to figure out these three things. And once you figure out those three things and you start building out your audience and you start running traffic to your audience to see what audience resonates with you, then you will be able to not waste so much money in your traffic, and you'll be able to really capitalize on these 3 points that I gave you today. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any problems, reach out to us. Don't be that guy that's in debt. Don't be that guy trying to sell this course to people that don't want to buy it. Please just take and implement these strategies and let us know if you need help. This has been Dude Named Rich and Steve.